Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to day 20 of the 21-day Herbally Inspired Holiday Challenge. I am Allison from the Well Cultivated Life, and hello and welcome to this almost last day of our time together. And so today I just going to share some ideas of like how can you keep continuing to inspire yourself to be inspired to keep going. What are some steps that you can take going forward? And I'm going to start with saying, stay in touch with me. If you are not following me on Facebook, The Well Cultivated Life is my business page. I'm also on Instagram at Cultivate My Life, and what else have I? And I have my YouTube channel. This week we did a bunch of stuff in the kitchen. Oh, thank you, Melissa. She says they're sad it's coming to an end. Well, I will have some other opportunities. I run rate challenges regularly, so you will stay in touch, and I will let you know what I have coming up. But this week in review, we did the herbal chai and the nettle tea. Hopefully, you've got a jar of goodies that you have put together or are planning to put together for making your teas. We learned about using calendula for facials. I showed you my recipe for golden milk, where I love to have that every morning in my coffee. And just to clarify, golden milk is usually not in coffee, okay? It's usually just milk. All right, milk with these different spice flavorings. We created some savory spice mixes. And then yesterday, I roasted up some tasty turmeric pecans and showed you how you can use these beneficial herbs, adding those into your recipes just to get that little extra health boost. The Herbal Kitchen. Now, this book is, she's got a whole section in here of sort of a, she lists all the different herbs, culinary uses of everything, and she has some great stories. She talks about herbs that she likes to use, supplies, and then tons of different recipes of the similar to what we did over the past 3 weeks. So this time of year, anyone who loves plants is probably spending a lot of time thinking about, what am I going to put in my garden or on my deck or in my window boxes next year? Now, if you just have a few things to plant, places to plant, you're probably not much of a seed buyer. I always buy about 10 times more seed than I can ever possibly plant in 1 year. I belong to I'm one of the founders of a community seed bank, I guess, where we encourage people to grow and save seed, and we give away seed in the springtime to people. We take donations, we buy seed, we repackage seed, we grow and save seed. And it has been just one of the most rewarding things that I have ever worked on. I love working with seed. And so today I want to encourage you to think about growing some plants. Now, the other day when we talked about calendula, I think I still have the funky calendula seeds. We, funky little, they look like little prehistoric shell snail things. I always say, if you're going to grow one plant, grow some calendula, because it is just lovely, and you really cannot get, unless you have a local herbalist growing it for you, grow some calendula. So now put some calendula seed, but then think about just the seeds that we have planted over the last 3 weeks. And I want to share with you this beautiful, I have a lot of these plant cards that I've been sharing with you every day, but I also have this set of cards called the Akashic Oracle by a woman named Mel Shapcott. And I just found these on Etsy. And she's this incredible artist, and she has all these beautiful paintings that she uses on her cards. So I want to just, I wrote this down separately so I can hold it for you and you can see it. And I picked out this card specifically for today because the name of it is Seed Song. And so this is what it says. And I hope this will inspire you not only to actually plant some actual seeds, but inspire you to allow the seeds that we planted over the last 3 weeks to continue to grow for you, continue to grow your daily herbal inspiration, continue to grow your practice, and continue to create and make more things in your kitchen. So this is what the card says. It says, within the smallest seed resides the greatest potential. The seed does not know its own magnificence, only that its job is to awaken, putting out tender roots and little leaves. Look at the beauty of each and every flower, the wonder of the redwood, the scent of the lavender. All life starts from a seed and becomes something incredibly special. Why then do we doubt our progress? Why do we push ourselves? The lesson of the seed is to release to growth. It happens at its own pace, in rhythm with the seasons, and unyielding even in the most difficult climates. Nourish your seeds with rich soil and clear water, and they will bloom. So I love that message, using the metaphor of the seed as a way that we can grow our own life, that we can enrich our own soil, that we can just keep moving forward. And I love how she says it happens at its own pace. So if you have been thinking, I didn't make it to the 21 days and I only made 2 of the things that Allison said, it's all good. It's all good. The idea was to inspire you, to help you to think about the ways which you can have more herbs in your life and not to put any pressure on anyone. That is the primary thing I wanted to share with you today. I have curated a list of seed growers. Last year, or well, I guess it's still this year, in last February, I was working with a group called Slow Food USA, and I helped them to put on the Slow Seed Summit. And we brought together all these seed grow. Oh, it was an amazing. I don't know if any of you have a local slow food chapter where you live. If you do, check it out. I ran a chapter for 15 years. I had to turn it over to someone else. It was time for me to move on. But we did a Slow Seed Summit. And from that, I met the most amazing people, so dedicated to growing out seed, some of these teeny tiny little seed companies. And one of the important things I learned was that if you can find a seed company that is growing seed where you live, that's in your region, then the seed is going to be better adapted to your sort of microclimate. For example, we had this woman from the San Diego Seed Company in San Diego, and she specializes in growing out seed that's adapted to the zones 8 and to the areas in the Southwest and Southern California. So if you live in that area, then you want to check out San Diego Seed Company. For example, where I live, there's a bunch of small seed companies, Hudson Valley Seed Company in the Northeast and so on. So what I've done is I have put together this very short list of a few of the companies, the seed growers that I have Oh, Melissa said she uses Fedco. So do I. I love Fedco. And they're also a cooperative, which I very much support. So anyway, Fedco is on the list of seeds. So what I'm going to do is I will stick it in the chat. It's super basic, but it should actually have the live links, so you can click out to the different seed growing site. I highly recommend that you order your seeds ASAP. When COVID hit, all of a sudden everyone's like, I'm stuck at home for the next who knows how many, well, we thought it was months, but it turned out to be years. And people went crazy buying seed and growing seed. And so a lot of seed companies were just completely overwhelmed by the amount of orders. And they're expecting that to be again this year. So don't wait, especially if there's some specific things you want. Get your seed orders in very soon. They love it if you put them in before the first of the year. So I'm going to share that list with you that can help you. You can poke around, find out some different companies. It is not by any means a complete list. If you have a favorite seed company and you don't see it on that list, please share it with me, especially if it's a small regionally adapted seed company, and especially if it's someone that is growing sustainably, clean and sustainably. You know the drill. You know what I like. I like the organic stuff. I think it's important to support people that are doing that. I'm going to be doing a winter solstice sort of celebration. I'm not a technically a pagan or Wiccan or anything like that. I just love to celebrate the seasons. I love to celebrate the plants. And what we'll be doing is I'll be here in this space reading some inspirational poems and some other thoughts. We'll share a cup of tea together, and we will light a candle together. And so I hope you'll plan on joining me for the winter solstice celebration. And that's going to be at 8 o'clock Eastern time. Tomorrow, I'm going to have one final program for you where we'll sort of wrap things up and congratulate ourselves for what we've done already through the past 3 weeks. So take care, everyone. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night for day 21 of the 21 days. See you all then. Have a great night, everybody. Bye-bye.